video, I'm going to tell you all of the books that I read in January. Now, I know it's March right now at the time of filming, but I started this channel in March, and so I decided I would go back so I could give you a full year in recap of what I have read. So we're going to start with January of 2026. The first book that I finished in January was Britt-Marie Was Here by Fredrik Backman. I love Fredrik Backman's writing. I have read several of his books in the past, and so I bought this one blind, knowing that I would like it because of how he writes. While I did like it, it really did not compare to his other ones at all. I was disappointed by it. It was written well, but I didn't really care about the plot, didn't really care about the characters. It was only 3.5 stars for me. The next book I read was Sudden Death by David Rosenfeld. This is the fourth book in the Andy Carpenter series. Andy Carpenter is a defense lawyer in New Jersey, and I love that character so much. He's written very sarcastic, just funny, just really funny. I love his personality in the courtroom, and these books are all fantastic so far. He's written like over 30, I think, and I'm only on, well, in January I was only on book 4. I'm going to get through them all. I love them too much, and they're kind of a comfort read for me because I know what to expect. I know it's going to be a solid case. It's going to have great twists. The ending's going to be epic, all of that. This followed that formula perfectly. Easy 5 stars for me. The next one I read was The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. Now, I've read 1 or 2 of Riley's books in the past. I liked them. I know that Riley's super popular, so I wanted to try them again, and it was okay. I liked it. I wasn't that captivated by it though, and while the twists were good, it just didn't quite do it for me. So I gave this one a 4. The next book I finished was The Life Impossible by Matt Haig. Again, I had read him before. I own several of his books. The Midnight Library is one of my favorite books ever. So I was excited to read this one. This was his newest at the time of reading it. It was good. It had solid life lessons like I would expect from him. There's that magical element to it. It just wasn't as good as his other ones. And so I had to give it a 4. It just didn't add up. I compared him to himself, and this was one of his weakest in my opinion. The next 2 books I sped through because I was on vacation, on a solo vacation, and so I did a lot of reading. The next book that I finished was The Coworker by Frida McFadden. David Rosenfeld is a comfort author, but so is Frida. I absolutely love her thrillers. I've read 13 of them at this point or something. So many. I want to read them all. I like the way she writes. I like that she plants seeds of doubt as you read, and then the twists, I never understand them. They're always a surprise, so I love her. This one was one of my favorites. This was a solid 5 stars for me. I really liked it. I loved the characters and the story. So quick and easy and amazing read from Frida. The next book that I finished was The Last One at the Wedding by David Rekulik. I read his other book, Hidden Pictures, absolutely loved it, devoured it, so I was excited about this one. I liked it. I did. It wasn't quite as good. So again, I was comparing him to himself. It was a very good book. I liked the twists. I liked all the characters, but it wasn't quite as good as Hidden Pictures. So I gave it a 4.5 stars. The next book that I read was What You Wish For by Catherine Senner. I've read many of her books and I love them all. She's a very good fiction writer, I think. This one did not disappoint. This was probably one of my favorite ones I read. It was about a school librarian and a school principal. So good. Absolutely loved it. Easy 5. Easy 5 stars. The next one I finished was Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I had read Malibu Rising a few years ago, loved it. Had not picked up another one of her books since. Decided to read this one. I believe it was on Kindle Unlimited. Really, really good. I know some people were kind of confused by the way this book was structured because basically it started out with this girl and she reaches a point where she could do this or that. And so it goes through what would have happened in her life if she had chosen this way or that way. So I found that really unique. It was a little confusing with the dual timelines at times because it was literally involving all the same people. But I thought it was really well done. It was unique. I really liked it. Easy 5 stars. The next one I read was The Good Sister by Sally Hepworth. I've read Sally's books before, a couple of them. This one was okay. It, again, didn't really add up to other books I've read by her in the past. It was good. It kept me interested, but I just didn't get through it as quickly or devour it as quickly as I did with people like Frida McFadden or David Rosenfeld. So it was a 4. It was good. Could have been better. The next one I read was Love and Focus by Lila Lee. I picked it because it was a sapphic romance and I just wanted something light. It was a little bit too light. It I'm very picky about romance books. They need to have some character development, some subplots besides just the relationship element, and not a ton of spice because I feel that spice is usually written kind of tacky for me. So I chose this one. I liked the cover. It looked cute. It just was really shallow. And it was predictable, which a lot of romance books are, but I like when romance books are predictable, but you still want to see how it happens. This one, I couldn't have cared less. It was a 3, almost a 2.5. The last book that I read in January, number 11, was Her One Regret by Donna Freitas. I picked it because I'm trying to do a Read the Alphabet in 2026 thing, and this was an H. I think I saw it probably on a book of the month list somewhere. It was okay. It dealt with the hardships of being a new mom, so I liked that. It was kind of unique, but I didn't really like this story that much. The theme or like the lesson just kept drilling over and over and over again. It's like, yes, we get it. We get that's the point of this book. It was just it was okay. I think this was her debut novel, maybe. I don't think I'll read any others from her. It was a 3.5. It could have been a 3. I was kind of toying between those two. There are all the books that I read in January of 2026. My favorite book of the month was Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I highly recommend that one and really all of the other 5 stars on my list. Let me know in the comments what your favorite book is that you've read lately or who one of your auto-buy authors is. Until next time, have a great day.